Okay, let's start getting warmed up. So clasp your hands together and then just start to bend your hands at the wrist, just like this. You can start out doing it a small range of motion at first, and then you can maybe get it a little bit more. Okay. Can you still hear me? If you can hear me? Okay. I I put my computer on mute, so we'll see. So just turn your wrists like this. Really good for keeping your hands moving, preventing arthritis, or making it a little bit better. Just like that. And then start to make it work into your elbows. Just like this. So when your right elbow comes forward, your right hip, actually it's your hip that's dictating what your elbow does. So we call this unwinding from the center. So your hips are twisting a little bit into your waist. And much as you can, just lift your elbow up. Get the blood and the chi circulating. Warm up into your shoulders, into your upper back. And now let's reverse that. So if your hip goes to the back, then your elbow goes to the back. And again, twist a little bit from your hips, a little from your waist. Just breathe comfortably. In through the nose and out either through the mouth or the nose, just so that it feels comfortable. And now, still clasp your hands, bring your hands in front of you, and then inhale. Expand your chest, and then turn your hands, exhale, and push. Open in between your shoulder blades. Breathe in. And breathe out. You can even kind of move one arm forward, the other arm forward. If that feels good, breathe in and breathe out. Just work gently. And then after a few repetitions, maybe you can move a little bit more deeply. First, open your chest in the front. Get a nice full breath and then exhale. And now, keeping your arms out to the front, inhale and then exhale and pull your arm over to the side. Feel the stretch coming out, especially on one side of between your shoulder blade and your spine. And turn your head the other way. Then inhale, come back to the center and exhale, go to the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. It feels good to exhale through your mouth when you're stretching those muscles. Once more each side. And then bring your arms down and let's have knocking on the door of life. Tap around your waist, your low back, start to stimulate some very important acupoints, stimulate all your organs, start to get your body moving a little bit more. Breathe fully, breathe deeply, and yet gently at the same time. And now start tapping underneath the collarbone. Start to stimulate your ribs, your chest, lungs, lung meridian. Twist from the hips and the waist to initiate the movement. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and then tap on top of your shoulders. Lots of tension can be held up here on your shoulders. So let's remind ourselves we could let that go. What would life be like? And now start to work your way back down. And then around your waist. And then next time you exhale, start to turn that into water waves. And just focus on your hands, feel your fingers as if they're very gently streaming through some healing water. You're standing in a pool of healing water, and as you run your fingers through the surface, you're just letting go of all the tension, all the stress, all the worries of your day. And then slowly let that wind down. And then check in, feel your body. Now let's do a little bit more warming exercise. Let's do the pump. So you bend your knees and swing your arms up, bend your knees and swing your arms to the back. Inhale and exhale. Start out fairly slowly. You can go at your own pace. And then once you get into the movement, you can go a little bit more rapidly. Exhale through your mouth. Circulate the energy strongly through your upper body down to your lower back. You can bend your knees a little bit to pump the energy up from the earth into your torso and especially in your lower back and lower abdomen. 3 more. And let's do one more clearing exercise. So with your arms out to the sides, twist from the hips and the waist and swing your arms through one back and one front. And same thing to the other side. Do a little bit of a bounce or a bob into your knees. Exhale again as you exhale, throw away stress, throw away worries, throw away any burdens you may be feeling, anything that's heavy. Just let that go. You can slow it down or you can speed it up. Feel your shoulders, your shoulder blades, upper back, top of your shoulders, into your neck. 3 more. And then let that wind down. Take a moment, check in, notice how you're feeling now. Feeling a lot more energy flow, a lot more vibrant, ready for the day. Now, let's do a little bit more. We've kind of warmed up all the shoulders and into the upper back. So let's do spreading the feathers. So palms are facing front here. And then you circle your arms to the front as you inhale, bend your knees a little bit, and then exhale, twist your arms like you're wringing out tension, pull your chin in, and get really tall as you exhale. And then turn your palms front. Repeat that. Inhale, exhale, chin in. Breathe in, breathe out, pull your chin in so the top of your head is more facing up to heaven. As you exhale and twist your arms, imagine you're wringing out anything that's tense or heavy. Just opening up all the lines of tension that go down from your shoulders, even from your neck, shoulders, and then down into your arms. One more. And then just keep your arms here. Keep twisting as much as you can, and then just tilt your head over as if there's a pillow right here. And then roll your head to the front. Keep reaching out with your arm, that opposite arm, to the way your head is tilted. Just relax your head over to the side. If you want to do some stretching, stretch through the arm. And then go on over to the other side. And then roll your head to the front, slowly to the back. Keep reaching out with your arm. Notice how that feels on this side. And then roll your head around to the front and exhale. Release everything. Feel your body. And then open your legs a little bit wider and just integrate everything that we've done with move the body like a river. Open up along the sides of your spine. You can keep your spine a little more upright if you want to. You can lean forward. And then slow that down and then do a forward fold so you can balance on your thighs or just Stretch all the way over. Make sure you're feeling comfortable. Exhale through your mouth. And then slowly stand up, reach your arms up over your head. And then let's do a little bit of that meridian massage that we've been working on. So this time I'm going to show you how to do it while you're sitting down. Let me get this so that it's in about the right place. Okay, so you can either cross your leg like this if you want to, or if you want, you can put your leg up on either a stool or a chair, or even if like you could be sitting on the sofa, you can do something like that. Now, we're going to go along the spleen, the liver, and the kidney meridians along here. So it's about an area about like this. So how you find it is you find your shin, there's a bone that goes all along here. If you start down more toward the ankle, you can find where the bone ends, and then it falls into a little bit of a pocket because there's muscle on the other side. And so right here, that's where you want to press in. Now, some people, this can be very, very tender. So be gentle. But in general, we would say that means you need to do it a little bit more. And then as you keep repeating up and down, it should feel less tender. But if it feels more tender, then maybe you just need to stop and maybe just do a more gentle massage on it. The spleen meridian is about delivering the energy from food into your system, and also about hormones. So for women particularly, this can be very sore because of like a hormone imbalance, maybe something like that. Especially younger women usually, but not exclusively. That can be any age. So we've gone up and down a couple of times right here. So now, if you go a little bit more toward the back of your leg, but about one width of your thumb. That's a standard measurement that the traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong people use. So it's the width of your thumb this way, and it's about an inch, but everybody's different. So it's very slightly different. And so you go one more body inch towards the Achilles tendon here. And that would be pretty much along the liver meridian. You can kind of go up and down that one. You can find some tender spots on this one as well, but it may not be quite so pronounced. And then we'll come back down. As you can see, this is something you could do while you're maybe watching TV, watching the news. On the phone, if you're just listening or waiting. Now let's go a little bit more toward the back or the Achilles tendon. So it would be about 3 of the thumb widths. They call those Sun. C-U-N is the way it's usually spelled, but it's pronounced Sun usually. And then go along that line. Okay. And now let's do the upper part of the inner thigh. So for that one, you can just hold on to your leg to stabilize it, and then use your elbow. Use your elbow to press in and then move to another place. So I'll let go so you can see more what I'm doing. And you can just press and release, rest and release. Now this is more freestyle. The way the meridians go, it's a little less easy to say it's this line, this line, this line. But there are points, and this could be also tender. And if you want to, you could even use your elbow to kind of make little circles, get a little deeper. If you really want to add some more depth to it, you can even press with the other hand. Ooh, there's the spot right there. Once you get a little more deep, then you could maybe notice it a little bit more. Okay, and then just brush down, sweep all that down, and then let's do the other side. So here we are. And we find the bone. We go off of the bone just on the edge of that into the muscle, and we start pressing up and down. Now, it's possible, maybe even likely, that one side of the body, one leg, is going to be a little more tender than the other. Maybe not. Maybe you might not even notice it, but you are opening up and stimulating these meridian lines that go. So let's go up and down twice on the spleen line, and then maybe just a little, just up and down once on the others. And you can do more. Just kind of, for this one, it's at the edge of the bone, and then you just kind of fall off of that. And oh, there's one little sore spot there. And then go down. And then one more thumb width over. You can do the same thing. Now, some people's thumbs might be a little bit more tender for some reason. If you have something going on, then you could use like this part of your knuckle, or, one of them. That's what the Rolfers used to do. Just use one knuckle. Or you might even be able to find a tool that would work. There are massage tools for that. And then one more thumb width over. We'll just go up. Just press release, press release. When you get down towards the bottom, then we'll switch to the upper part of the inner thigh, and you can hold on to support that. I'm going to let that go. You can even put pillows, and you can also do it just like this on your crossing over your leg. But I think you can see it a little bit better if I do it this way. And then I'm just going to use my elbow and press and release, press and release. And again, if you want to, you can just work in there. It can be meridian points that are causing you to notice some excess sensation there, or it could just be some body imbalances. You have compensations going on all the time, and those muscles might just be tighter because of the compensations that your body has created to make your life and your movement happen. And if you find a place where it's a little more sore, you can either work on that more, or you might want to go a little more gently over that. And then go ahead and just sweep down. And then let's stand up again. And move some chairs out of the way. All right. And there's one other stretch, or two actually, that I wanted to show you. You might want to put down something to put your foot on. But first, let me show you the stretch to the back of the calf. So you just put your toes down first, and you can kind of use that stretch there, and then press your heel down. And if you're holding on to something, you can get some leverage. You can really push into that. And then you can kind of experiment. I always find if my hip is open out to the side like this, that's my hip out, there's less stretch. So if my toe points pretty much straight ahead and my hips point this way, then I can really get into it and then press into that. Feel a nice stretch there. And when you have more time, you can do this this little routine that we're doing, more repetitions, but we're just going to go through it once this time. So that is one part of the calf muscle, that gastrocnemius. And then there's a muscle that's under it that doesn't attach above. So the gastrocnemius has two points that go up above your knee. So your knee needs to be straight to stretch it. This one, it attaches down here below the knee. And so you bring the foot in a little bit more, bend your knee, and stretch the back of the Achilles tendon. You might feel that it feels like there's something blocking it in the front. Well, there's tightness there in the front of your ankle too. And then you stay there. You want to keep your heel down. If you let your heel come up, that defeats the stretch. And then do the same thing on the other side. So step back, typically a little bit further, hips and toes facing this way, all the same direction, and then press into your heel. Now, if I don't have anything to press into, I don't feel as much of a stretch down the back of my calf, but if I press into something, that can really identify those muscles. And then the shorter muscles, just bend into that. Put your weight. So if your weight's here, that's not going to be as effective. So my weight is mostly on this leg, and then just bend. And both of these stretches can help to increase the range of motion of your ankles, which is very important. And then release that and shake out a little bit. Shake your whole body. Oh yes, there was one other thing I wanted to show you, and that was stretching the front. I'm now pointing my foot and then putting it on the blanket here, or you can use carpet. And then just stretch. Sometimes I've not done this for a really long time, and then when I do it, it just feels like, oh, wow, that is really tight there. And then do the same thing with the other side. You can also just do like this. So I'm crossing here, and then I'm using my shin. I'm bending at the knee. Can you see that? I'm bending this knee and putting some pressure on that. If you want to go a little bit further, maybe not the first day, but you can work yourself into that. So then your feet and your ankles are a little looser now. Okay, now we'll bounce and shake. Just bounce your knees, relax your wrists. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe out like a sigh of relief. And then one more breath. And slowly stop. And then survey your body. See what you feel like now. Oh, your ankles and your feet might be just tingling. You can feel the energy and the blood flowing through your whole body. And then just make your palms face down. Feet pretty much underneath your shoulders. And then we'll have opening the flow. So breathe in. As your arms float up, they come a little bit closer to you as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. So you breathe in, arms come up, exhale, the hands come a little bit closer to you. So it's almost an oval, an elongated oval that you're tracing with your hands. And then as you get into the flow of the movement, see if you can really relax your spine. Inhale, make your hips go back. Exhale, let your hips go forward a little bit. And use the power of your attention, power of your mind, your focus. Start your focus down at the base of your spine and then inhale and just imagine a very loose undulation coming up your spine and down your spine. Very relaxed. Arms relaxed, hands relaxed, even fingertips, all relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you can, breathe in and out through your nose. And now let's use this movement to create balance. So just a little variation, just do one arm and let it float back down gently. And then the other arm, breathe in and breathe out. And focus on moving energy through the left side of your body and then through the right side. And now let's expand on this. We'll do Quan Yin paints the rainbow. So let's start with your left arm and bring your arm up. Palm is facing down here. And then bring the arm up in as much of a circle as you can around, and then turn to the back. Reach behind you, and then your arm goes down, even bend down a little bit. You're picking up lots of energy. And now this palm faces up. This one faces down. They pick each other up as you come up, both hands face down, and then do the other side. Breathe in and out. Imagine as you trace that circle on the side that you're painting a very vivid rainbow in a big circle all the way around here. It represents, just as the light rainbow represents the full spectrum of light. So this is to represent the full spectrum of your energy and potential. Breathe in and breathe up. Open yourself up to all of that extra energy, fully balanced emotions, relaxed mind, vibrant body. If it feels better to make a smaller circle with your arm, you can go ahead and do that. Always modify so that it feels good. So at the end of class, you feel relaxed and yet energized, same time. Let's make this the last one. And then let your hands face each other. Hold an energy ball in front of your lower abdomen. And then you can do some small movements, opening your hands up, closing them back down. I find the smaller the movement, the more pronounced the energy sensation is between the hands. And now let's do centering. So take your right arm and reach up and around, hand faces sideways and come down the center line. Same thing on the other side. Inhale as you bring your arm up. This is consolidating your energy, picking up anything that may feel scattered or chaotic, pulling yourself together. For emotional balance, calm, confidence, tranquility of the brain. And a healthy, vibrant body. Now this time, let's do a little variation on that. So as you bring this hand up, palm faces side, then make the bottom hand and the other hand cross about at the heart level, about, and then one palm faces up, one palm faces down. And then continue those two semicircles. I don't know if you can see it, but the hand that's facing up, I hold that one a little bit closer to me. The other hand is a little more in the front. Inhale on this part, much as you can, and then exhale as you change. Breathe in and breathe out. Just one more on this side. Okay, and then let's go the other way. So now this hand is facing, palm faces side, and cross. Exhale on this part. Inhale here. You can bend your knees a little bit here. Get a little taller on this part. And then bring both hands down in front of you. Cross your hands and put your hands on your lower abdomen, legs closer together, and just center all of that energy down here in your lower abdomen. Allow the energy we've been accumulating to absorb. Make it your own. You can just gently and subtly sway like bamboo in the wind in a very gentle breeze, actually. Take one more breath and relax your arms down. And let's do a short meditation. We're going to do a breathing meditation this time. I recommend sitting, but if you want to, you can definitely lie down. And you might want to get a blanket, get some pillows for support. And then once you've gotten yourself organized, take a nice, easy breath. Relax your shoulders. We'll do that same breathing exercise we did at our last meeting. If you're seated, then put your hands on your lap, palms facing up, and you can also close the thumb and the first finger. If you're lying down, just have your hands down by your side. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes, go inside. And focus on your breath. Keep just noticing, be curious. How does my breath feel right now? Do I feel any stress in my chest? What about the length of the breath? Just notice it. You don't have to change. Just breathe in a mindful way. And as you keep focusing on your breath, perhaps it will slow down and get even more gentle and peaceful. And then without adding any strain, inhale, and then at the top of your inhale, pause briefly. And then exhale gently. And at the bottom of your exhale, again, pause briefly. There's no need to try to expand your breath, to make a bigger breath. Although you can experiment, you can take a bigger breath and see how that works. Exhale more completely and see how that works. And then you can work it around to where it's much more gentle. And then notice as you pause at the top, there's a feeling of quietness comes over you into your brain. And when you pause at the bottom, again, let it be brief enough so that you feel pretty comfortable. And know that as you pause or hold the breath, even briefly, that amplifies the energy that you are able to receive from each breath. I don't mean this is the way you want to breathe all the time. No, just breathe in, breathe out, no pauses most of the time. We can use this opportunity to just change and focus on the breath. I found that I feel a little bit more calm and peaceful if I don't exaggerate the inhale. Just take a comfortable inhale and then pause, and then a comfortable exhale without forcing the exhale, and then pause. But you can play around with it, experiment, find out what feels best to you today, right now. Take the perfect inhale and pause briefly. The perfect exhale and pause briefly. Everything exactly the right length, the right depth for you. As your breath becomes deeper and calmer and more calm, it, it soothes your nervous system. Your body becomes more relaxed, more peaceful. And now just breathe in and breathe out without any pauses, and notice how your breath feels now. Just feel your breath. Focus on your breath. And now slowly bring your hands on your lower abdomen. And just pause here. Just continue the slow, easy breathing. Feel the gentle movement of your abdomen as you breathe. And then start to make a circle on your lower abdomen, your lower dantian. Centering and absorbing all that energy. And then rub your hands together a little bit. And massage your face. Rub your ears. Massage your ears. And then take a stretch. And take that energy out into your day. Thank you for joining in.
I almost lost where